want to respond to a lot of commenters on my, well, very successful video yesterday about Andrew Lawrence and cancel culture. You know, I do read my comments. I try and catch every single one. As the channel grows, that may become impossible, but for now, whilst I'm just a minor, itty-bitty, medium-sized YouTuber, I can keep part of the conversation. Now, I think there's been a card trick, a David Blaine. There's been a sleight of hand. There's been a card trick, as I say, that the government, and in fact it's Globo Homo, Global Homogeneity International, Build Back Better. What they've done is through non-stop movies, programming, TV shows, news, social campaigns, Open Society Foundation. They've convinced you all, not you all, the video still has 85% likes, 15% dislikes, but we've all been brainwashed and hoodwinked into thinking that if something is an ism, sexism, racism, other isms, then all of a sudden that rule is more important than free speech. You know the old French writer, the playwright, the intellect, Voltaire. He said, and I'll tell you this at the Manchester Crown Court public entrance. I'll tell you this over here. Where is it? Manchester Crown Court public. Voltaire said, "I may not like what you're about to say, but I'll fight to the death for your right to say it." Now, maybe some ideas are racist, some ideas are sexist, some ideas are homophobic, but do I trust another human being, another individual person, to make the decisions on my behalf, whether I'm allowed to listen to it, view it, see it, agree with it, disagree with it, write a philosophical tract disagreeing with it? When I was a kid, we didn't have in the West this notion that some ideas are too naughty, too dangerous to be discussed. That was a Soviet Union thing. That was a communist China thing. That was a North Korea thing. But somehow, in the last 15 years, I have normal, Western-educated, libertarian philosophers, Christians, atheists brought up in the moral tradition of the West, all of a sudden now thinking that because some ideas are spicy, that you're not allowed to read them. You're not allowed to see them. You're not allowed to even hate them. That decision's been made for you. I'm going to sit down in the shade. The demons say, "Well, Veitch, we're going to block out the sun with our hate." Well, we'll YouTube in the shade. Blows me away. And these are intelligent people in the comments writing intelligent paragraphs. But as the deranged robot said in Prometheus, or was it the sequel with a nice robot David, one note off will spoil the whole symphony. So if your foundational idea, if the beginning of your symphony, as you get the orchestra playing, if the beginning is that human beings must be protected and some ideas are dangerous for them, do not let the masses see these comedians, these ideas, these books. Let's ban all of history. Let's never let anyone study both sides in World War II. Let's never let anyone try and think other than what the standard historical books for the West have dictated. I'm flabbergasted that who I consider intellectuals don't have any intuition. Look, some ideas are spicier than others. Sometimes people are hateful. And I believe, and I'm going to put it out there, and this applies for Chinese, Jewish, black, Asian, white, ginger, Native American, indigenous, Australasian. Everyone on this planet has their moments of racism, sexism, homophobia, horror at the world moving too quickly in a weird direction. Every single one of my viewers, black or white or Jewish or green or Hindu or Chinese, experiences racism. Now look, we're at the point now where in-group preferences, as in tribal preferences, are only allowed for certain ethnicities. And if someone of a European descent, or what have you, tries to have an in-group preference, that is considered racist. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen, guys. I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen. The very conditions that try and push down any complaint about global homogeneity, any complaint about massive immigration changing the very fabric and nature of our culture, any complaint about that is being shot down straight away. And because of that, you see the media, you see the big corporations, you see everyone is trying to double down on each other. Look, it's never good. It's awful, in fact, that 3 young black men who were born in Britain, some may argue they're even more British than the Veitch, because I was born in Brazil to a Scottish dad and a Brazilian mum. The 3 black guys on the England team that missed the penalties, they wore their England tops proudly, and anyone that has anything against them on an unironic, true racist basis of ethnicity is a bit silly. But I'll tell you what's happened. If we didn't have non-stop propaganda telling the native British population or Native American population that they're racist and bigoted and that they need more of this and more of that, you wouldn't get this bloody backlash against the 3 young British players, sorry, English players missing their penalties. Both sides are revving up. And I'll tell you something, the more that an inorganic diversity, the more an inorganic equality is rammed down the natives' throats by way of newspapers, television, TV shows, sporting events, the more it's ram ethnicities down their throats, that'll show the racists. The more the terrified racists or whatever are gonna get more extreme. How is this not obvious? Or are the culture creators doing this on purpose? Is this all part of the divide and conquer? Oh well, we'll get the peasants to all hate each other. Let's end this on a very, very positive note. My heart, my message, my call goes out to every single color on this planet, be you black, Chinese, white, Jewish, whatever, yeah? My call goes out to every religion, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Jewish, Buddhist, whatever, yeah? There's good people versus the people that are using fear rather than love to turn the world into a hellscape. Now, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, but the politically correct, and they use a language of political correctness, which is the language of those who are terrified of what would happen if they told the truth. The road to hell is paved with their good intentions, and they don't have the ability, just like someone suffering from dementia or some other disorder of the psyche, schizophrenia, they don't know that they're mad. They don't know that they're scared. They think that all their actions are going to bring about utopia or heaven. And unless someone stops them, the very, very nightmarish scenarios from Brave New World and 1984 will come true. This is Charlie outside the Manchester Crown Courts. Thank you very much for listening. Remember, love will always prevail. Don't be scared. Free speech trumps everything. I'm sorry, but I will not allow another human being, no matter what authority they're in, to decide for me what I'm allowed to read. I'm a grown-up. I'll decide for myself, like my forefathers did. Thank you very much.